Hello students. So today we will begin with fractions. कल हम यहाँ तक आए थे. Fractions is part of a whole. Any fraction it is also called a rational number. It can be written as numerator divided by denominator. It is represented by this dash line. You know this. The upper part is called numerator and lower part is called denominator, and it is basically representation of numerator divided by denominator. And both of these numerator and denominator are integers, so they can be positive or negative numbers or zero, but denominator cannot be zero by definition because dividing by zero is not allowed, and this is a division. Some terminologies you need to be familiar with, that proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed fractions. Why this is important is that UPSC has asked this term in one of their questions, and because of this term the answer was different. अगर ये टर्म नहीं होता then answer would have been different. Proper fraction is where numerator is less than denominator. तो मतलब ये 2/7, 2 less than 7, 456/666, numerator less than denominator, numerator less than denominator, etc. This is called a proper fraction. Numerator less than denominator. Improper fraction, denominator is less than numerator, ulta, just 3/2, 45/23, etc. And mixed fractions where there is a whole number and a proper fraction. 4 1/4, 32 2/3, 3 3/5. Or I'm sure you must be remembering this. If we have 2 1/3, it is also equivalent to 3 into 2, 6 plus 1, 7/3. So this is a improper fractions. So if we have mixed fraction, they are improper fractions, but they can also be represented like this. Fine. If the denominator is 1, then fraction reduces to an integer because anything divided by 1 is number itself. So 2/1 is 2, 5/1 is 5, etc. If numerator is 0, then fraction is 0 because 0 divided by anything is 0. Then fraction does not change if we multiply numerator and denominator by the same value. मतलब divide or multiply. So मतलब if you multiply both the numerator and denominator by this number n, then फ्रैक्शन इज सेम. इक्वल टू साइन है, देखो दोनों सेम है, या फिर डिवाइड कर लो वो भी सेम है. तो मतलब बेसिकली इफ वी हैव an डिवाइडेड बाय bn then nn we can cut if n is not 0, because cut मतलब क्या होता है, डिवीजन होता है. और a डिवाइडेड बाय n डिवाइडेड बाय b डिवाइडेड बाय n, इट इज सेम एज a बाय n डिवाइडेड बाय b बाय n इज इक्वल टू a बाय n इनटू ये b बाय n उल्टा ऊपर जाके n by b हो जाएगा और nn कट जाएगा and we are left with a by b. So basic thing is, if you multiply both numerator and denominator by the same quantity, or you divide both numerator and denominator by the same quantity, fraction does not change. यही एग्जांपल के तरीके से यहाँ पे समझाया गया है. You can check out the examples. Next is equivalence of the fractions. दो फ्रैक्शन इक्वल कब है? When are two fractions equivalent or equal? a by b is equal to c by d if and only if a into d is equal to b into c. मतलब ये क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट अगर सेम है, if the cross product of ad and bc are equal, then these two fractions are said to be equal. If and only if a into d is equal to b into c. तो चेक कैसे करना है कि कौन सा फ्रैक्शन, ये दो फ्रैक्शन, if you are given two fractions and you want to check which one of them is if they are equal or not, you just cross multiply and check. अगर cross multiplication same हुआ, then fractions are equal. So 1/4 and 48/192. So 192 into 1 is 192 and 48 into 4 is 192. So these two fractions are equal. Next important thing जिसपे questions पूछे जाते हैं is terminating and non-terminating fractions, or we need to be able to convert fraction into decimals and decimals into fraction. इस पे सवाल बनता है. Especially you are asked to convert your decimal, given decimal representation into fraction. वहां पे सवाल बन सकता है, तो we'll learn how to do that. It's very simple, very इसका छोटा सा algorithm है, वो याद रख लोगे तो आपसे हो जाएगा. I'll tell you mathematical explanation as well. If you stick to that, तब भी आंसर आ जाएगा. And there are some formulas as well. If you remember them, तब भी आंसर आ जाएगा. But as a matter of principle, I don't recommend formulas. I recommend you to just stick to basics. 2 स्टेप एक्स्ट्रा लिखना पड़ेगा, 5 सेकंड एक्स्ट्रा जाएगा, लेकिन कुछ याद नहीं रखना पड़ेगा. In any case, you have to remember a lot of things for your GS preparation. or paper 1. So let us reduce our mugging up in CSAT where it is possible. Fine. Let us try to convert these fractions into decimals. How to do that? If I want to convert 1 by 2 into decimals, if I want to write 1 by 2 into decimals, what I do is 1 divided by 2. How do I divide? You know that 1 is smaller than 2. So integral part is going to be 0, and then you put a point and you get an additional 0 in the numerator. So it becomes 1 0, which is 10, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. It is 0.5. Let us try something else. 1 divided by 4. Again, numerator less than denominator, so 0. You'll get additional 0. It becomes 10 by 4. 4 2s are 8. Remainder 2. You again come one place to the right, get additional 0. We get 2 0. 2 0 is 20. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So it is 0.25. Similarly, 1 upon 8. 0.10 divided by 8. 8 ones are 1. Remainder 2. You get one additional 0 if you come one to the right place. 2 0. So 8 2s are 16. 4 0. 8 5s are 40. This is how you convert these fractions into decimals. But observe that in each of these fractions, the division ended. So यहाँ पे अब terminate हो गया वो. These are called terminating fractions. और non-terminating क्या है? For example, 1 by 3. Let us do 1 by 3. Again, numerator is smaller, so 0. You will get additional 0. So 1 0. 3 3s are 9. Again 1 remainder 0. 3 3s are 9. 1 0. 3 3s are 9. 1 0. 3 3s are 9. 1 0. 3 3s are 9. And it will just go on and on and on till infinity. So this fraction, if you convert it into decimal, does not terminate. These are called non-terminating fractions. Terminating fractions जो terminate होते हैं, जहां पे ये infinitely many नहीं आता, यहाँ पे 0.5 end, 0.25 end. There is nothing repeating now. 1 by 8 is 0.125 end. तो जो भी fraction, whatever fraction that may end somewhere is called terminating fraction, जो terminate होता है. Here it does not terminate, it goes on and on and on. So it is non-terminating fractions. Let us do one more. For example, 1 by 7, it is 0.1071 are 1. Remainder 3. 3 0. 7 4s are 28. 2 0. 7 2s are 14. 6 0. 7 8s are 56. 4 0. 7 5s are 35. 5 0. 7 7s are 49. Again 1 0. 1 0 यहाँ पे भी आया था. Again 7 1s are 1. 3 0. 7 4s are 28. Then 2 8 5 7. So this thing will repeat infinitely many times. So isko you cannot just write it infinitely, right? On the piece of paper you cannot write it like this. So we represent it like this, 0.3, and we put bar over it. Here what we do, we write it as 0.142857 and put bar over it. ठीक है? इसका मतलब है this bar means that this thing will repeat infinitely many times. Fine. This is 0.3 bar, this thing bar. This is 1 by 3, this is 1 by 7. So converting fraction into decimals is just dividing. Just if the numerator is less, 0 point से start करो and divide करते जाओ and check if the fraction is terminating or non-terminating. That is how the definition goes. Let us go back to booklet. Recurring fractions or terminating repeating fractions are those where group of numbers tend to repeat infinitely after certain number of digits or after decimal point. मतलब ये 1 2 3 point 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 दिख रहा है. This is recurring या फिर non-terminating fraction. इसको कैसे लिखा जा सकता है? It is also 123.12 bar. 0.22345634563456. So it can be written as 0.223456 का bar. Fine. This is how this fraction can be written. देखो यहाँ पे भी लिखा होगा. Converting फ्रैक्शन इनटू डेसिमल। पहले हमने देखा अभी फ्रैक्शन इनटू डेसिमल, बस डिवाइड करना है। अब वी वांट टू कन्वर्ट डेसिमल्स इनटू फ्रैक्शंस। तो बेसिकली अब यहां पे देखो, कन्वर्ट इफ वी हैव अ टर्मिनेटिंग फ्रैक्शन, मतलब जहां पे भी एंड हो रहा है, ये 0.5 है, तो हाउ डू यू कन्वर्ट इनटू डेसिमल? यू जस्ट मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10 एंड डिवाइडेड बाय 10, ताकि डेसिमल पॉइंट यहां पे आ जाए। तो इट विल बी 5/10 विच इज 1/2, हो गया खत्म। या फिर कुछ भी, ये 12.123 वी वांट टू गेट रिड ऑफ द डेसिमल पॉइंट, तो क्या करेंगे? 12123 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1000, सो डेसिमल पॉइंट्स 3 से यहां पे आएगा, एंड बिकॉज वी डोंट वांट टू चेंज द वैल्यू ऑफ द डेसिमल, वी आल्सो डिवाइडेड बाय 1000। हो गया, ये हो गया फ्रैक्शन, ये हो गया डेसिमल, ये हो गया फ्रैक्शन। तो कन्वर्टिंग your decimals into your terminating fractions into terminating decimals into fractions is very easy. You just multiply and divide by the appropriate power of 10, या तो 10, 100, 1000, ताकि decimal point चला जाए, and you also divide by that quantity, and अगर question की demand है then reduce it by dividing by the common quantity। जैसे हमने 5/10 को 5 से डिवाइड किया बोथ न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर को, एंड 1/2 लेके आ गए। हाँ, दिस इज द चैलेंज जहां से क्वेश्चन बनता है, वेयर नॉन टर्मिनेटिंग बट रिकरिंग फ्रैक्शंस जो एक ही बार, एक ही कुछ ग्रुप ऑफ टर्म्स, ग्रुप ऑफ नंबर्स रिपीट इनफाइनेटली मेनी टाइम्स, उसको हम कैसे फ्रैक्शन में कन्वर्ट करें, दैट इज समथिंग वी वांट टू सी नाउ। फर्स्ट इज टाइप 1, टाइप 2, टाइप 3 मैंने वहां पे बुकलेट में लिखा है। लेट मी जस्ट एक्सप्लेन इट टू यू। इफ आई वांट टू कन्वर्ट 0.333 infinitely many times into fractions, ठीक है, we already know the answer, it is 1/3, but let us see if we can get it in other way, by other method। तो हम क्या करेंगे, let it be x, then we multiply it by 10, we get 3.333 infinitely। now what we will do, we will subtract this x from 10x, we subtract x from 10x, तो क्या मिलेगा? 10x minus x is 9x, and this minus this, so 3 minus 0 is 3, and this part, the part after the decimal point, it will cancel। जब हम subtraction करेंगे तो it will cancel, because दोनों सेम ही है, दोनों भी infinitely टाइम तक 3 3 3 3 3 3 है, तो ये पूरा पार्ट कैंसिल हो जाएगा, and you will get this is equal to 3 and x is equal to 3/9 is equal to 1/3, that is all। Another example, let us take 0.7777 infinitely many times. So what we'll do, we'll call it as x, we'll multiply it by 10, we'll get 7.77 infinitely many times, subtract, you'll get 10x minus x, 9x is equal to, ये पूरा पार्ट कैंसिल, 7 minus 0 is 7, तो x is equal to 7 divided by 9, ये आ गया। Another example, let us take 0.121212 indefinitely, so again we'll call it x, but now instead of multiplying it by 10 we multiplied by 100। why? because यहाँ पे दो टर्म रिपीट हो रही है। हमारा पर्पस क्या था? we wanted to get same thing after the decimal point, ताकि सब्ट्रैक्शन पे वो कैंसिल हो जाए। जैसे कि यहाँ पे 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करें तो भी डेसिमल के पार्ट यहाँ पे भी और यहाँ पे भी सेम पार्ट आया था। The quantity that we got after decimal point was same here as well as here, that is why it is cancelling out, तो हमें कैंसिल ही करना है। so what we do is we multiply it by 100 and you will get 12.121212, so अब ये 1212 कैंसिल हो जाएंगे, 12 minus 0 this is 100x, इसको x बोला है क्योंकि मैंने, you will get 99x is equal to 12, x is equal to 12/99। Fine, I think you must have got the idea। let me do one more question, convert 0.345345 indefinitely into fractions। I'll call it x, because three terms are repeating, I'll say 1000x is equal to 345 point same thing, तो ये पूरा डेसिमल का कैंसिल हो जाएगा, बिकॉज बोथ आर गोइंग टिल इंफिनिटी, एंड 1000 minus 1 is 999x is equal to 340, तो x is is equal to 345 divided by 99. This is type 1 where we have 0 point something and recurring digits start immediately after the decimal point. मतलब यही से start हो गया ना recurring, बीच में कुछ नहीं है. अब what if बीच में कुछ है, जैसे कि if I have this 0.11 then 3434 infinitely many times, so 34 repeat हो रहा है पर ये 11 बीच में है. And now if I multiply by 100 I don't get same thing, same quantity after decimal point. तो मैं क्या करता हूं, I don't know how to work with this, but what I know is how to work with this. I know how to work with this. जब डेसिमल के इमीडिएटली बाद रिकरिंग स्टार्ट होता है तो आई नो हाउ टू वर्क विद दिस. तो क्या करता हूं मैं, अब इसके बाद 100 से इसको मल्टीप्लाई करना है. अब 100 into 100 10,000x is equal to 1134.3434 so on. अब ये 3434 कैंसिल हो जाएंगे. 10,000 minus 100 is 9900x is equal to 1134 minus 11, so it is 1123. एंड तो फिर x क्या आ जाएगा, 1123 डिवाइडेड बाय 9900. ठीक, दैट इज हाउ यू शुड डू इट. ठीक है, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. व्हाट वी डू व्हेन वी हैव दिस क्वांटिटी, दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वांटिटी जिसके साथ हमें कैसे करना है, वी डोंट नो हाउ टू वर्क विद दिस, वी डोंट नो दैट. So we convert it into something of our known quantity. known क्या है, जब रिपीटेशन इमीडिएटली डेसिमल के बाद चला जाए, आ जाए मतलब. तो 100 से मल्टीप्लाई करके डेसिमल को इधर ले आओ. अब हमें पता है कि इसके साथ कैसे काम करना है. इफ यू वांट यू कैन कॉल दिस क्वांटिटी एज y. so you can get 100y is equal to this. so 99y is equal to this. y is equal to this divided by 99, but y itself is 100x. y itself is 100x, so this is equal to 100x. so x is equal to 1123 divided by 9900. fine, I hope that is clear. and the last thing is कि सब कुछ है इसमें. for example 12.123 and then 45 is repeating. fine, ऐसा कुछ है तो क्या करेंगे, we'll call it x. we'll firstly multiply it by 1000x and let us call it y. we will get 12123.45 bar. अब हमें पता है इसके साथ काम कैसे करना है. we will multiply this y by 100, so we will get 100y is equal to 12123.45 bar. 45 bar is 45 repeating. so 100y minus y is 99y is equal to 45 bar. 45 bar will get cancelled. this minus 12123 will be क्या आ जाएगा, 2 2 2 then 0 1 2 ये होगा ना. ये आ जाएगा, which implies y is equal to 1200222 divided by 99. but y क्या है, y is 1000x. तो इसका मतलब x क्या आ जाएगा जो हमें चाहिए, which is 1200222 divided by 99000. ये आएगा आपका x का आंसर. this is the last type that I have mentioned in the booklet. अब इसके वर्किंग रूल्स I'll tell you. I'll let you decide कि आपके लिए क्या सही है. कि अगर ऐसा है कि रिपीटेशन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली आफ्टर द डेसिमल पॉइंट, तो इसके लिए क्या करना है, जितना भी रिपीटेशन हो रहा है डिजिट का, इसके नीचे उतने 9 लिखने हैं. दैट इज द वर्किंग रूल. 0.3 बार तो क्या है, 3/9. 0.66 बार इज इक्वल टू 66/99 एंड सो ऑन. नेक्स्ट इज, अगर रिकरिंग बाद में चालू हो रहा है तो क्या करना है, इसका मतलब है 1123 माइनस ये जो नॉन रिकरिंग डिजिट है डिवाइडेड बाय ये जितने भी नॉन रिकरिंग है उतने जीरो, और जितने भी रिकरिंग है उतने 9, तो 9900 जो भी आंसर आएगा. दिस इज द वर्किंग रूल. So I think you can do it based on this. And these working rules are also mentioned in the booklet. You can find those booklets on my Telegram channel, CSE/IFS with Abhishek. You can get them there. I'm sorry if I'm rushing a bit, but we have a lot of ground to cover, and this is a revision course. So I hope you have already studied this, and this is kind of revision for you. If not, just remember our initial basic method, जो कि ये वाली है. x लिखो, 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करा, बेसिक जो फर्स्ट टाइप था जहां पे रिकरिंग स्टार्ट्स इमीडिएटली आफ्टर द डेसिमल पॉइंट, तो यू जस्ट मल्टीप्लाइड विद relevant power of 10 to get same digits after decimal points in both multiplication and the initial quantity, so that वो subtraction करके cancel हो जाए. और बाकियों को देखो यहाँ पे लिखा भी है वो, we divide by 999 999 depending on how many digits are recurring. Second quantity, second type यहाँ पे लिखा है, this is the rule, write as many nines as in the as many nines in the denominator as the recurring digits followed by certain number of zeros. मतलब जो भी डेसिमल और रिकरिंग के बीच में जितने भी डिजिट्स है उतने नंबर ऑफ जीरोस फिर डालोगे. तो जो ये मैंने बताया 0.334545 रिपीट है, तो यू राइट 3345, देन सब्ट्रैक्ट दिस 33 इन द न्यूमरेटर, एंड 2 digits are recurring, so 2 nines, and 2 digits are between decimal and recurring part, so 2 zeros. If I show this here, if you have this 0.5 1234 1234 1234, so देखो इसको क्या करेंगे, you will write 5 1 2 3 4 minus 5 1 divided by how many digits are recurring? 4. So 9999, and how many digits are between decimal and recurring part? Only 5 is there, so 1. So that is 10. So this will be the answer. यहाँ पे भी सेम है 2.3333, which is 23 minus 23, मतलब इसको पूरा ट्रीट करना है, रिकरिंग प्लस इंटीग्रल पार्ट को, 23 माइनस 2 जो इंटीग्रल पार्ट है, डिवाइडेड बाय एक ही डिजिट रिपीट हो रहा है, देयर इज नथिंग इन बिटवीन, तो डिवाइडेड बाय जस्ट 9. अगर ये ऐसा है कि जहां पे 2 डिजिट्स आर इन बिटवीन डेसिमल एंड रिकरिंग पार्ट, सो पूरा लिखेंगे 32343 माइनस 323 जो नॉन रिकरिंग पार्ट है पूरा, डिवाइडेड बाय रिकरिंग थिंग 2 डिजिट्स, मतलब 43 रिपीट हो रहा है, तो 2 बार 9 और 2 डिजिट्स बीच में है, तो 2 बार 0. Now this is just exercise for you guys, you can do this, and this was asked in CSE 2020. If you know these things, you can simply do this. देखो 1.272727 ऐसा है, तो by our working rule what will it be? It will be 127 minus 1 divided by 99. It is 126 by 99. If you divide by 9, it is just 14 by 11. So answer is B. And अगर ऐसा नहीं करना है तो क्या करोगे? Recurring start immediately after the decimal point, so you write it as x, multiply by 100x because 2 digits are repeating, you'll get it 127.2727 etc. Subtract, you'll get 99x is equal to, ये पूरा कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 127 minus 1 is 126, you'll get same x which is 126 by 99, and उसको reduce करोगे 9 से divide करोगे, then you'll get 14 by 99. This is what was asked in CSE 2020 examination. अब we want to learn about how to operate with fractions, मतलब addition, subtraction, multiplication, division कैसे करना है. Simple है, I am sure you must have learned this. तो अगर दोनों fractions का denominator same है, then simply add the numerator and keep denominator as it is. मतलब 5 by 7 plus 1 by 7 is equal to 5 plus 1 6, 6 by 7. 12 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is 15 by 4. 2 by 7 plus 3 by 7 plus 5 by 7. 5 plus 3 8 plus 2 10, 10 by 7. अगर डिनोमिनेटर सेम है तो कोई टेंशन नहीं है. If denominator is not same, then we make it same. How? We either make the denominator as LCM or some other common multiple. वो भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5. So denominators are different. What we do? We know that multiplication of these two numbers is always an common multiple. So we make the denominator 12. So 2 by 3 क्या हो जाएगा? we want to make it both the denominator 12, 4 into 3. So we multiply this by 4. So we have to multiply numerator also by 4 because we don't want fraction to change. So 4 into 2 is 8 by 12, and this we multiply by 3. So 9 by 12 is equal to 17 by 12. That would be the answer. In general, if the numbers are small enough, what you do? You simply 4 into 2, 8, 3 into 3, 9. 8 plus 9, 17 plus divided by 4 into 3, 12. This is what you can do. So 4 into 2 plus 3 into 3 divided by 3 into 4. So 17 by 12. So if the numbers are small, ये चीज easy है, जैसे कि 5 by 7 plus कुछ भी 8 by 3 is equal to 5 into 3, 15. 15 plus 56. 56 plus 15 is 71 divided by 7 3s are 21. This is how you can add. If the numbers are bigger, then it is easier to convert the denominators into LCM of the two denominators. जैसे कि ये 3 by 80 plus 5 by 16. तो अब यहाँ पे मल्टीप्लाई करने जाओगे तो बहुत बड़ी बड़ी चीजें होंगी, 80 into 16, 80 into 5. तो ये number should be bigger and you have to reduce a lot. But instead, if you note that LCM of 80 and 16 is 80 only, because 16 5s are 80. So we just convert this 16 into 80. So 3 by 80 plus, you just have to multiply denominator and numerator by 5. So you will get 25 by 80. 25 plus 3, 28 by 80, which is 7 by 20. आंसर सेम ही आएगा. अगर एलसीएम क्लियरली विजिबल है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे था 16 and 80 का एलसीएम is 80, that is clearly visible. If the LCM is clearly visible, then go LCM way. If it is not clearly visible or the numbers are small enough, then directly cross multiply the denominators and add the two numbers. Subtraction is exactly same as addition. So denominator same है तो सीधा numerator को subtract कर दो. अगर same नहीं है तो same करा दो. तो मतलब यहाँ पे 7 by 6 by 7 minus 2 by 3. So 6 into 3, 18 minus 7 into 2, 18 minus 14 is 4, 4 by 21. 5 by 16 minus 3 by 80. So ये क्या है? 5 by 16 is also 25 by 80. 25 minus 3 is 22 by 80, which is 11 by 40. Multiplication is very simple. You just multiply numerator divided by multiplication of denominator. मतलब a by b into c by d is ac divided by bd. 3 by 4 into 4 by 5 is 12 by 20. और यहाँ पे भी 4 cuts कर सकते हो सीधा, and you will get 3 by 5 only. Then minus 3 by 4 into 2 by 5. Minus into plus, you will get minus, and you will get 3 into 2 6, 4 into 5 20. These rules also follow here. Division exactly same as multiplication. So a by b divided by c by d, which is same as a by b into d by c. अब एक बार बस इसको उल्टा कर दो और डिवीजन का मल्टीप्लिकेशन कर दो. इससे डिवाइड करना मतलब इसके उल्टे से मल्टीप्लाई करना. तो अब मल्टीप्लिकेशन तो आपको पता ही है. नेक्स्ट इज पावर्स. कुछ नहीं, न्यूमरेटर बाय डिनोमिनेटर रेज टू ए होता है, तो ये पावर दोनों पे आ जाती है. न्यूमरेटर रेज टू ए डिवाइडेड बाय डिनोमिनेटर रेज टू. तो मतलब a बाय बी रेज टू कुछ भी n हुआ तो क्या होगा? a रेज टू n डिवाइडेड बाय b रेज टू n. यही होगा, बाकी कुछ नहीं है. ऑल अदर रूल्स ऑफ एक्सपोनेंट्स आर एग्जैक्टली सेम दैट वी स्टडीड फॉर इंटीजर्स. चेक देम आउट. कुछ बदला कुछ नहीं है, इट इज एग्जैक्टली सेम. BODMAS again exactly same, nothing new to talk about. Next type of questions which are very simple but इसलिए अभी पूछा नहीं जाता, पुराने जमाने में पूछा भी जाता था. Where you have to find out fraction of a number. Fraction of a number is obtained by simply multiplying fraction with the number. So if you are asked what is 2/5 of 15, so 2/5 of 25, it is 2 by 5 into 25. 3/8 of 40 is 3 by 8 into 40, and so on. Simply multiply करना है. Another terminology is used. We may say that fifth portion of 30. Fifth portion मतलब 1/5. 1 by 5 into 30. Fifth portion of 30 is 1 by 5 into 30, which is नहीं, यहाँ पे वो अलग है. Fifth portion of a number is 30. Fifth portion of 30 नहीं बोला. Fifth portion of a number is 30. Then 1 by 5 into some number is equal to 30. So 1 by 5 into some number is equal to 30. Hence number is equal to ये 5 उधर multiplication में चला जाएगा. You will get 5 into 30 as 150. So the required number is 150. किस नंबर का 1/5 30 है, ये क्वेश्चन। तो दैट वुड बी 150, क्योंकि 150 का 1/5 इज 30. This is about fractions. I know I have been bit quick when in this revision course, so I'm sorry for that, but this is how it will be, because time is of the essence for you here. Prelims is just around the corner, so please treat this course only as a revision course and not as a first course of you into the subject, because in that, if you do that, you'll be confused a lot. I don't want that, so just treat this as first course. So just treat this as revision course, not the first course. And if you want to want full course right now, you can go on LevelUp IAS website and please fill the form and please enroll in that course. If you are somebody who is attempting 2025 CSE, then you please wait, and I will get entire course uploaded on YouTube by August, September, and then you can watch it free on YouTube only. So if you want to prepare for next attempt, wait for that. If you want to prepare for this attempt only, then you have to enroll. Next is irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are those numbers which are real numbers, but they cannot be represented as ratio of two numbers. मतलब वो rational नहीं है, तो वो irrational है. Most popular example, √2, √3, pi, e, ये सबने सुने होंगे numbers, pi, √2 वगैरह. So these are called irrational numbers. Then square root of all non-square rational numbers, cube roots of all non-cube rational numbers, multiples of irrational numbers like pi, e are all irrational numbers. Addition, subtraction of two irrational numbers is also an irrational number, but multiplication of two irrational numbers can be a rational number. For example, √2 into √27, both of them are irrational numbers, but you multiply them, you will get root of 27 into 3, 81. Root of 81 is 9, so that is a rational number or integer. Then division of two irrational numbers can also be a rational number, like 3 pi divided by 5 is 3 pi by pi 3. √54 divided by √6, which is √9, which is 3. तो वो है. Power of irrational number can be rational as well as irrational. √2 का square is square root of 5 का square is 5. √2 का square is 2, so that can be rational as well. And rational and irrational together make up the real number system. Irrational पे सवाल पूछे नहीं गए हैं, that is why I am not going into the details. Even if you know these things, 4 or 5 points about irrational numbers, that is more than sufficient. Next important topic is we want to talk about remainders, because UPSC asks about remainders. ये थोड़ा सा उनका favorite kind of topic है. Again, pay attention to this particular section. Here what we are doing is, यहाँ पे कुछ क्वेश्चंस ऐसे हैं जो यूपीएससी ने अभी तक नहीं पूछे हैं, बट दे आर वेरी वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चंस. एकदम यूपीएससी स्टाइल के क्वेश्चन है, बेस्ड ऑन व्हाट यू हैव स्टडीड इन स्कूल्स, बट समथिंग यू विल बी इंटिमिडेटेड बाय इफ यू सी दिस क्वेश्चंस इन एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. तो मैंने ऐसे भी कुछ क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे डाले हैं. आई होप यू विल बी एबल टू solve such kind of questions if they are asked in examination hall after this. Yes. So we have already studied in when we were studying division, that when we divide one number by another, we can represent that division in this form: dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. When we divide any number a by b, you can write this a as a is equal to b into q plus r, where q is quotient, r is remainder, a is dividend, b is divisor. Fine. वो जो हमने डिवीजन एल्गोरिथम जो बचपन में भी पढ़ा था वो यही है. डिविडेंड इज इक्वल टू डिवाइजर इनटू क्वोशिएंट प्लस रिमाइंडर. एंड यहाँ पे इंपॉर्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी इज रिमाइंडर हैज टू बी लेस देन क्वोशिएंट. रिमाइंडर हैज टू बी लेस देन डिवाइजर, नॉट क्वोशिएंट. रिमाइंडर हैज टू बी लेस देन डिवाइजर. That is important. Here this r is less than b. It can be 0 less than equal to r less than b. Here q is called quotient and r is called remainder. Only using this definition we can solve some very interesting questions like this. See the question: a number when divided by 114 leaves remainder 21. If the same number is divided by 19, then what is the remainder? Now you may feel just by reading the question that this is a very difficult question, but kuch difficult nahi hai. We just have to write whatever information is given to us in the division algorithm ka format. So for example, a number, let us call this number n. It is being divided by 1114. So 114 is our divisor into some quotient and वो बोल रहे remainder is 21. अब हमें क्या चाहिए? We want to find out the remainder when it is divided by this 19. So हमें divisor change करना है. We want to divide this number by 19. तो हमें क्या चाहिए? n को हमें 19 into some other quotient plus remainder लिखना है और ये remainder उन्होंने पूछा है. तो क्या करेंगे? हमें ये दिया है, हमें जाना यहां है 19 into something की तरफ जाना है. तो let us try to convert this 114 into 19. If you know the tables, you must realize that this 114 is 19 into 6. 19 6 is 114. So we can write it as 19 into 6 times q plus 21 is now greater than 19, right? It cannot be a remainder. Remainder has to be less than our divisor. That is important. So we divide this 19 by 21. This 21 by 19 as well, and write it as 19 plus 2. And here now we can take 19 as common. You get 6q plus 1 plus 2. Now this is our divisor. This is our new quotient, this q2 that we were looking for, and this thing is remainder. So answer here would be 2. Fine. एकदम 2-3 लाइन का ही है आंसर. एकदम यूपीएससी स्टाइल का क्वेश्चन है. सिंपल, एलिगेंट बट डिफिकल्ट टू कॉम्प्रिहेंड. अगर आपको नहीं पता है कैसे करना है, अगर आपके बेसिक्स वीक है, इफ यू डोंट नो अबाउट डिवीजन एल्गोरिथम और यू हैव फॉरगॉटन अबाउट डिवीजन एल्गोरिथम, तब ये क्वेश्चन नहीं होगा. Next question. On dividing number by 13, we get 1 as a remainder. If the quotient is divided by 5, we get 3 as a remainder. If this number is divided by 65, then what will be the remainder? Now, don't get intimidated by the question. Let us just write whatever information that is given to us. We are dividing a number n by 13. So, क्या मिलेगा हमें? n is equal to 13 into some quotient plus remainder is 1. Fine. Now, if this quotient is divided by 5, if this quotient is divided by 5, we get 3 as a remainder. So this quotient is equal to 5 into some other quotient plus remainder is 3. Fine. अब हमें क्या चाहिए? We want to divide this number by 65. Number by 65. अब ऑब्जर्व करो 13 5 65 होता है कि नहीं? So just put this quotient here. So number is equal to 13 into q is 5 q dash plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 13 5 65 q dash plus 13 3 is 39 plus 1 is equal to 65 q dash plus 40. Now this is the division algorithm ka format. Number is equal to 65 into something, some quotient plus 40. 40 is the remainder and it is less than 65, so it is possible remainder. So that is why answer to this question is 40. Just have to put the values and you'll get the answer. I hope that was clear. Next है, these are two properties of remainder which can turn out to be very useful. For example, here first property says if we have a addition, if we have addition of few numbers and we are dividing this whole addition by some other number b, then remainder is same as that of when we divide each individual number by b and adding the remainder. For example, what I mean is, question देखो, find the remainder when this thing is divided by 3. तो आपको पता है कि this is a long addition, इसमें time लग सकता है, इसमें effort लगेगा ऐड करने में. तो instead what you do, you just divide each individual number by 3. अब 3 से डिवाइड करने का आपको पता है क्या है? Divisibility test of 3 recall करो. It is sum of the digits वाला thing. Let us find sum of the digits. 3 plus 2 5, 6 plus 2 8 plus 3 11. 11 is the sum of the digits. You divide 11 by 3, what is the remainder? 2. Next 3 plus 1 4 5 6 plus 4 10. 6 plus 4 10. 10 divided by 3, remainder is 1. Next 2 plus 2 plus 1 5 plus 3 8 4 12. 12 plus 3 is 15, remainder is 0. So what we are saying is remainder is when we divide the entire thing by 3 is 3, but 3 cannot be remainder. 3 is equivalent to 0. So basically remainder is 0. This entire addition is divisible by 3. That is what we are saying. So instead of adding first and then dividing by 3, we can divide each individual number by 3 and just add the remainders. Remainder इस तरीके से भी find किया जा सकता है. This is also true with multiplication. So instead of multiplying first and then find the remainder, we can find the remainder of each individual term and then multiply the remainders. For example, ये question देखते हैं. 23 into 32 into this thing. So we have to find out when this multiplication is divided by 3, what is the remainder. अब तुम्हें पता है कि ये multiplication बहुत बड़ा है. It is highly time consuming to multiply all these things. Instead what we can do is we can find out the remainder first. इससे 3 से डिवाइड करके रिमाइंडर फाइंड करो. This is 2. Here 32 मतलब again 2. Remainder 5 plus 6 11 plus 1 12 0. This is 5 plus 2 plus 1, so 8. So remainder is 2. What is the multiplication? 0. So remainder is 0. And इसका एक application इस time 2023 CSE had one question जहां पे इसका बहुत ही effective application किया जा सकता था. Question was, what will be the, if today is Sunday, what will be the day on 10 raised to 10th day? That was the question. 10 raised to 10. तो हमें करना क्या था? We had to divide this 10 raised to 10 by 7, find out the remainder and उतने दिन संडे से आगे जाना था. That was the question. अब आप अगर ये डायरेक्ट डिवीजन करने जाओगे 10 raised to 10 से, that is also doable. मतलब जो भी है 1 followed by 10 zeros. अगर आप ये डिवीजन करोगे and find out the remainder, that will also give you the correct answer. But इसमें थोड़ी गलतियां करने की चांसेस ज्यादा है. Instead what you could do is we can write this 10 raised to 10 is equal to 10 square into 10 square into 10 square into 10 square into 10 square. Correct. And हमें क्या पता है? Remainder of multiplication is same as multiplication of remainder. मतलब इसको 7 से डिवाइड करो. ये 100 है. 10 square is 100. 100 को 7 से डिवाइड करो. 14 7 98. So remainder is 2. Here also 2 2 2 2. So remainder is same as this thing. ये क्या है? 2 into 2 5 times, which is 32. Remainder is 32. But we are dividing by 7 na. So 32 cannot be remainder. Remainder has to be less than 7. So again divide this 32 by 7. What is the remainder? 7 4s are 28 plus 4. Remainder is 4. So from Sunday you go 4 ahead. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday was the answer. This is how you could have used this property in the examination. So very powerful application. वो थोड़ा चमकना भी चाहिए examination hall में. But directly also this could have been done. We have to divide 10 raised to 10 by 7. And you can also use this property. You can write 10 raised to 10 as 100 into 100 into 100 5 times. And you divide 100 by 7 and then multiply those 2's. You get 32. Again divide by 7. You get the remainder as 4. Fine. Let us see next question. A number when divided by 136 leaves remainder of 36. If the same number is divided by 17, what will be the remainder? Again, it's the same question. Just write it. A number, let it be n. It is being divided by 136. Remainder is 36. We want to divide this number by 17. So observe that 136 is 17 into 8. ये हमेशा होगा क्योंकि क्वेश्चन विल बी सॉल्वेबल इन एग्जामिनेशन हॉल. अगर क्वेश्चन सॉल्व होने लायक नहीं है तो आपको नहीं पूछा जाएगा. प्लस डिवाइड दिस बाय 17 एज वेल. नाउ दिस इज 17 into 2 plus 2. अब क्या करो? 17 को कॉमन ले लो. 8 cube plus 2 plus 2. Now this is the divisor, this is the quotient, and this is the remainder. Remainder has to be less than divisor. Answer here is simply 2. ये क्वेश्चन टाइप अभी तक नहीं पूछा गया. I suspect this will be asked soon. Next, what will be the remainder when 2 raised to 33 is divided by 10? Now, any quantity, कोई भी क्वांटिटी जब 10 से डिवाइड करते हो आप, let this be any quantity. If you divide this number by 10, what is the remainder? Remainder is simply this ना, 3, जो भी यूनिट्स प्लेस पे था, क्योंकि 10 के मल्टीपल्स क्या होते हैं? 10, 20, 30, 40 ऐसे जाते हैं. So this would be the multiple of 10, जिसके एंड में 0 है, and units place is nothing but वहां से कितना आगे जाना है, that is the remainder. So when we divide any number by 10, the units place is the remainder. So examiner can ask you directly to find out the units place of something, or they can say that what is the remainder when we divide that number by 10. They are asking you the same thing. Remainder when divided by 10 is also units place. Remainder when divided by 100 is also units and tens place together. Fine. तो क्वेश्चन देखो, रिमाइंडर व्हेन दिस 2 raised to 33 is divided by 10, मतलब क्या है? यूनिट्स प्लेस निकालने को बोल रहा है, बिकॉज रिमाइंडर व्हेन डिवाइडेड बाय 10 इज नथिंग बट द यूनिट्स प्लेस. जब हम किसी भी चीज को 10 से डिवाइड करते हैं तो जो यूनिट्स प्लेस है वही जो डिजिट है वो होता है हमारा रिमाइंडर. तो बेसिकली क्वेश्चन इज फाइंडिंग आउट यूनिट्स प्लेस ऑफ 2 raised to 33. हमने कल ही देखा 2 raised to 33, how powers of 2 repeat, units places of powers of 2 repeat like this, 2, 4, 8, 6. तो हमें क्या देखना है? Where does this 33 lie? तो 33 को 4 से डिवाइड करो, the remainder is 1 because 32 is divisible by 4. So remainder is 1, so units place is 2. So answer here is 2. Again, this is the question. You can solve it by options. इसलिए यहाँ पे दिया है because you should, if the options are concrete, आपको options से भी solve करना आना चाहिए. Next, what is the remainder when 1 factorial plus 2 factorial plus dot 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 up to 100 factorial is divided by 18? अब इस क्वेश्चन से डरना बिल्कुल नहीं है, because if you have the kind of question like this जिससे डर लगे, तो वो क्वेश्चन एक तो इजी है, और दूसरा if you see that the question is unsolvable manually in examination hall, तो कुछ ना कुछ तो पैटर्न पक्का बनेगा. तो बस हमें पैटर्न आइडेंटिफाई करना है. लेट अस सी कर सकते हैं क्या नहीं. 1 factorial is 1, 2 factorial is 2, 3 factorial is 3 into 2 मतलब 6, 4 factorial is 24, 5 factorial is 120, 5 factorial is 120 ना. 6 factorial is 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus dot dot dot. अब ऑब्जर्व दैट दिस इज डिविजिबल बाय 18, क्योंकि यहाँ पे 6 into 3 है, तो ये नंबर जो है 6 फैक्टोरियल दैट इज डिविजिबल बाय 18. 7 फैक्टोरियल क्या होगा? ये 6 फैक्टोरियल को बस 7 से मल्टीप्लाई करना होगा, दैट इज 7 फैक्टोरियल. तो ये भी डिविजिबल बाय 18 होगा, क्योंकि यही है डिविजिबल बाय 18. तो बेसिकली एवरी क्वांटिटी आफ्टर 6 फैक्टोरियल इज ऑलरेडी डिविजिबल बाय 18. तो वो हर कोई रिमाइंडर क्या देगा? 0 0 0 देगा. हमने देखा था एडिशन वाला वो रूल कि instead of adding first and then dividing, we can divide first, find out the remainder and add the remainders. तो बेसिकली यहां तक ही हमें क्वेश्चन यही है, इसको डिवाइड करना है. अब बस इसको डिवाइड करना है. 18 रिमाइंडर 1, रिमाइंडर 2, रिमाइंडर 6, रिमाइंडर 6, रिमाइंडर 12. एड द थिंग्स. क्या है 12 plus 12? 24 plus 3 27. Again this is more than 18, so divide it again. Remainder 9. 18 ones are 1 plus 9, so remainder is 9. तो कोई भी क्वेश्चन हो डरना नहीं है, जस्ट गो स्टार्ट फ्रॉम द 1, एड देखो और थोड़े से टर्म्स, और you'll find out the पैटर्न देखना है. ये क्वेश्चन देखो, दिस क्वेश्चन was asked in CSE 2023. what is the remainder if 2 raised to 192 is divided by 6? Again, अब ये 2 raised to 192 is a huge number, you cannot do it manually. तो कुछ ना कुछ पैटर्न बनता होगा, तो देखो तो सही. 2 raised to 1 देखो, 2 raised to 2 देखो, 2 raised to 3 देखो, 2 raised to 5 देखो, 2 raised to 6 देखो, आपको समझ आ जाएगा. 2 raised to 1 is 2, remainder 2, we are dividing by 6. 2 raised to 2 is 4, remainder 4, it is still less than 6, so remainder is 4. 2 raised to 3 8, remainder 6 से डिवाइड करोगे तो रिमाइंडर 2, 6 plus 2 है ना ये, this is 16, remainder डिवाइडेड बाय 6 ना 4, 32 रिमाइंडर 2, 120 सॉरी 64 रिमाइंडर 4, 2 4 2 4 2 4 दिख रहा है. When we have odd power of 2, remainder is 2. When we have even powers of 2, remainder is 4. 192 odd है या even है? It is very much even. So answer would be 4. As simple as that. ये अभी पूछा गया था 2023 में. तो just write down the pattern, write down the first few terms. जब आपको लगे कि एकदम unsolvable चीज है, तो पैटर्न तो कुछ ना कुछ देखो, and you will find the answer. Examiner will not ask you a question which is not solvable inside examination hall. CSE 2020 3 raised to 2019 is divided by 10. What is the remainder? देखो यूनिट्स प्लेस पूछने का एक और तरीका ये है, पूछा गया है, पूछ क्या रहा है बेसिकली, व्हाट इज द यूनिट्स प्लेस, बिकॉज डिवाइडेड बाय 10 इज सेम एज रिमाइंडर व्हेन डिवाइडेड बाय 10 इज सेम एज यूनिट्स प्लेस. तो बस यूनिट्स प्लेस ढूंढनी है. हमने क्या देखा था कल, 3 के पावर्स रिपीट इन 3 9 7 1, 3971 3971 रिपीट होता है. तो हमें देखना ये 2019 कहां पे आता है. You just have to divide it by 4 because 4 के ब्लॉक्स में रिपीट हो रहा है. You divide it by 4, रिमाइंडर इज, कैसे देखेंगे रिमाइंडर, जस्ट लास्ट के 2 डिजिट देखेंगे, पहले वाले नहीं देखेंगे. 19 देखेंगे, तो 19 को डिवाइड करना है 4 से, 16 प्लस 3, तो रिमाइंडर इज 3. तो 3 मतलब लास्ट प्लेस इज 7, आंसर इज 7. यूनिट प्लेस इज 7. तो when we divide by 10, remainder will also be 7. As simple as that. Next, what is the remainder when this thing is divided by 100? अब 100 से डिवाइड करने का मैंने क्या बोला, 10 से डिवाइड करने पे दे आर आस्किंग यूनिट्स प्लेस. 100 से डिवाइड करने पे क्या पूछ रहे हैं, यूनिट्स एंड टेंस प्लेस. दैट इज व्हाट वी वांट टू आंसर नाउ. यूनिट्स एंड टेंस प्लेस फाइंड करना है. तो यू सी दैट 5 इज हियर, 2 इज हियर, 31 into 2 है ना, ये 5 into 7 है, ये है 31 into 2, और ये 5 into 2 मिलके 100 बना, 5 into 2 मिलके 10 बनाते हैं, बिकॉज 10 इज फैक्टर ऑफ दिस मल्टीप्लिकेशन. तो यूनिट्स प्लेस तो 0 होगा, यूनिट्स प्लेस तो 0 होगा, तो मतलब आंसर वैसे ही आ चुका है. बट लेट अस फाइंड द टेंस प्लेस एज वेल. तो ये 5 और 10 को अलग से निकालते हैं, एंड मैं बाकी का यहाँ पे लिख रहा हूं, 7 into 31 into 75, और ये 5 into 10 का into 10 ये एंड में है, इसको मैं अभी के लिए छोड़ रहा हूं. तो ये है, इससे मिलेगा मुझे यूनिट्स प्लेस. ये जो भी है, इस चीज के एंड में 0 लगाऊंगा तो यूनिट्स प्लेस आ जाए, और इस चीज के जो भी एंड में है वही होगा मेरा टेंस प्लेस, क्योंकि एंड में 0 लगा के यूनिट्स प्लेस आ रहा है. तो ये जो डिजिट है वो इसके मल्टीप्लिकेशन का यूनिट्स प्लेस है, और यहाँ पे 5 है, तो 5 को किसी से भी मल्टीप्लाई करोगे तो एंड में क्या आएगा, 5 ही आएगा. तो आंसर इज ए. हमें पूछा है लास्ट 2 प्लेसेस, क्योंकि रिमाइंडर व्हेन डिवाइडेड बाय 100, दैट इज व्हाट इज बीइंग आस्क्ड, है ना. तो इसका यूनिट्स प्लेस क्या होगा, 5 into एनीथिंग, तो एंड में तो 5 ही होगा, 5 अगर एंड में है तो. जस्ट यूनिट प्लेस की हम बात करना चाह रहे थे उस प्रोडक्ट के, दैट इज ऑल. अब ये जो पार्ट है, यू कैन स्किप दिस इफ यू आर फाइंडिंग ऑल द अबव थिंग्स ऑलरेडी डिफिकल्ट, नॉट नीडेड. दिस इज एक्स्ट्रा थिंग फॉर दोज हु ऑलवेज वांट टू डू समथिंग एक्स्ट्रा. अनदर टूल इन our quiver is is this thing, that when we want to divide this x raised to k by n, और ये x जो है वो सब मल्टीपल ऑफ n प्लस माइनस 1 है, जैसे कि यहाँ पे इफ यू वांट टू डिवाइड 37 raised to this power is divided by 9, तो 37 क्या है, 9 into 4 plus 1, 9 का सम मल्टीपल प्लस माइनस 1 अगर है तो किया जा सकता है. तो बेसिकली इसका रिमाइंडर व्हेन वी डिवाइड बाय n इज जस्ट प्लस माइनस 1 raised to k. तो मतलब 37 raised to n दिस थिंग इज इक्वल टू 9 into 4 plus 1 की पावर इज दिस थिंग. तो रिमाइंडर क्या है, 1 raised to, रिमाइंडर इज ओनली गिवन बाय दिस क्वांटिटी, द कांस्टेंट, इट इज 1 raised to सम पावर व्हिच इज सेम एज 1. तो रिमाइंडर 1 ही है. अगर वो माइनस वाला चीज है 35 है व्हिच इज 9 into 4 minus 1, तो रिमाइंडर इज -1 to the power दिस थिंग which is -1. -1 तो रिमाइंडर होता नहीं, -1 मतलब 9 minus 1, डिवाइजर -1, तो रिमाइंडर इज 8. रीड थ्रू दिस, इज नॉट दैट इंपॉर्टेंट, इट इज एडिशनल information if some of you want it. I'm just going to skip through this. Next thing, I think this is the last section of this chapter, which is the most important chapter of our syllabus. It is this sequence and series. Basically, what is sequence? Sequence is a group of numbers following some underlying mathematical rule. So 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, this is sequence of even numbers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 is alternate sequence of 1 and 2. So we can have finite sequences as well as infinite sequences. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a finite sequence. 1, 3, 5, 7 मतलब odd number का sequence is an infinite sequence. और series क्या होती है? Series होती है addition of terms of sequences series. तो मतलब 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus this thing. This series is series of even number. तो मतलब sequence of even number के addition is series of even numbers. 1 by 4 plus 1 by 9 plus 1 by 16 is series having finite sum. This sum can be finite or infinite as well. So 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 9 मतलब ये क्या series है? 1 by 1 square plus 1 by 2 square plus 1 by 3 square plus 1 by 4 square, etc. If you add these terms, they all go to this sum, pi square by 6. Pi comes at very different places in mathematics. It's a very intriguing constant in that sense. तो बेसिक डिफरेंस समझ में आया. सीक्वेंस कुछ नहीं, टर्म्स है, मल्टीपल टर्म्स फॉलोइंग सम मैथमेटिकल रूल. Series is addition of those terms of sequence. Series can be finite or infinite as well. Finite sum वाली series भी हो सकती है, infinite वाली भी हो सकती है. जैसे कि ये 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus this is infinite sum वाली series. But ये this series 1 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 9 etc. अगर ये infinity तक भी जाएंगे addition, तब भी sum is finite and that sum is equal to pi square by 6. अब हम कुछ important series पढ़ेंगे और उसके कुछ प्रॉपर्टीज, नेमली अरिथमेटिक प्रोग्रेशन एंड ज्योमेट्रिक प्रोग्रेशन, जिसपे कुछ सवाल बने हुए हैं.